Hello everyone and welcome back to the Perfect French with Dylan. Today we're gonna learn everything about passé composé. Don't forget that you can get the PDF for this lesson on my website, theperfectfrench.com. However, I recommend you to get the free ebook, 500 Most Common French Verbs, how to conjugate them and how to use them, because everything about passé composé is also in there. For this lesson exactly, you can also get the bundle of exercise that I have for free. This is the first one of my subscription. The first one is free, so you can just download it. There is a lesson about passé composé and present tense. The exercises and everything is explained. This week's video, on Wednesday, we are going to see 50 words starting with a with sentences. And on Thursday, we're going to see 20 expressions to step up your game in French with en. That little word, en. Today is the first lesson for passé composé. We are going to stay on that for a few weeks every Monday. If you have any question about passé composé, leave it in the comment section. Since I'm going to do a few weeks with passé composé, I will be more than happy to include your question in one of my videos. So this is what we are going to see today. When to use it, how to conjugate a verb, how to find the participe passé, how to build passé composé. Then we are going to see the rule for être ou avoir. And the last one we will see is about masculin, féminin, pluriel. This is quite long. If there is something that you want to skip, I will put the timing of each point in the comment section. Passé composé is the tense that we use the most in French. It can be seen as confusing, but once you know everything about it, it is quite simple. For English speaker, it's the simple past and the present perfect. So the first point, when do we use passé composé? We use it to talk about something that happened in the past. For example, j'ai mangé une pomme hier. J'ai mangé une pomme hier. I ate an apple yesterday. It was yesterday, it is not now. So, passé composé. The second one is talk about a decision made in the past that have repercussion in the present. Il a décidé d'étudier plus pour réussir son examen. Il a décidé d'étudier plus pour réussir son examen. He decided to study more to succeed on his exam. So this is the two main ways that we use passé composé. Most of the time, a bit more than 90% of the time, it's going to be avoir. Sometimes it's going to be être. We are going to see that later in, but right now we are just going to see how to build it with avoir. So if we take manger, the verb manger, the participe passé is manger with a e. It is used with avoir, so it's gonna be avoir, manger. Avoir has to be conjugated in present tense, so we are going to see that now. So there are three things that we need to know to have passé composé. We need to know the subject pronoun, so we are going to review that very quickly. We need to know avoir, to have, present tense. And then we need to know être, to be, present tense. We are going to review that very, very quickly right now. For the subject pronoun, we have je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Now, if we have the verb avoir, present tense. So the je becomes J apostrophe. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. So that's for avoir. Then we are going to see quickly être, to be. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. So passé composé is simply the auxiliary avoir ou être, depends, plus the participe passé of the verb that you want to conjugate. Point number 3, how to find the participe passé. The participe passé of the verb depends of this ending when it's infinitive, so when there's no conjugation. If the verb, for example, ends with er, the participe passé is always going to be a. It's as simple as that. For example, manger, it's going to be manger. We just saw that. If the verb ending er, the participe passé is going to end with e. Finir, fini. For the verb ending in dre, the participe passé is going to end in du. Entendre, entendu. For the verb ending in enir, it's going to be enu. Tenir, tenu. For the verb ending in ouïr, it's going to be oui, uit. Conduire, conduit. For the verb ending in tir, tir, it's going to be ti. Same thing actually than ir with i. Sentir, senti. For the verb ending in être, aitre, it's going to turn into a u. So this one changed quite a lot. Connaître, connu. It doesn't work for the verb naître, to be born. We are going to see that later in this lesson. For the verb ending in érir, the participe passé will be is. Conquérir, conquis. For the verb ending in rir, the ending is gonna turn into ert. For example, I have two examples for this one. Offrir, it's gonna become offert. Couvrir is gonna become couvert. For the verb ending in sevoir, décevoir, déçu. For the verb ending in ure, it turns into a u. Conclure, conclu. Then the three last ones are quite similar. For the verb ending in indre, it turns into aint, un. Craindre, craint. For the verb ending in indre, but this time eindre, it turns into eint. Peindre, peint. For the verb ending in oindre, it turns into oint. Joindre, joint. There are other ones, some very, very particular verbs. I'm not going through all of them today, of course, but once again, my book have them all, especially the most common one, the only one you need actually to learn French. So go grab it, because when you're not sure which one it is, you can just go check the book. So now how to build passé composé. We know the subject pronoun. Then we know that if it's avoir, because remember we see être after, avoir, we know how to conjugate present tense. Then we just need to add the participe passé. So we saw manger, er becomes manger with a e. So we just have to add to everything manger. J'ai mangé. Tu as mangé. Il a mangé. Elle a mangé. On a mangé, link. Nous avons mangé. Vous avez mangé. Ils ont mangé. Elles ont mangé. So you can see that manger never change in this case. We are going to see an exception at the end of this lesson, but with avoir, there's no plural most of the time. We are going to see an exception though. So avoir works more than 90% of the time. So of course, around 10% of the time, it's être. How do you know when it's être? We have a rule that we call Dr. and Mrs. P. van der Tremp, with my most beautiful accents. Each letter stands with a verb that we are going to use with être, not end. That's the only thing. We say that just for the rule, just to remember, but end it's not included in that. The D stands for devenir, to become. Participe passé, devenu. When I've done with this one, we're going to conjugate one of them with être. Second one, revenir, to come back. Participe passé, revenu. M stand for mourir. Participe passé, mort. R, retourner. Retourner. To go back. Participe passé, retourner. S stands for sortir. Sortir. To go out. Participe passé, sorti. P, passé. Passé with a E. Venir, to come. Venu. Arriver, to arrive. Arriver. Naître. So we saw, I told you about this one. Naître. The participe passé is né. Né. So it means to be born. D stand for descendre. Participe passé is descendu. Then we have entrer, to come in. Entrer, entrer with a E. Then we have rentrer, rentrer with a E. Then we have tomber, to fall. Participe passé tomber with a E. Then we have rester, rester, to stay. Rester with a E. Then we have aller, aller, to go. Participe passé aller with a E. The M stands for montrer, montrer, to show. Montrer with a E. Then the last one is partir, partir, to leave. Partir for the participe passé. So now let's see devenir, to become, conjugated in passé composé. So we know the subject pronoun, we're good on that. We know that this one is going to be with être, so we have je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est. Nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. The participe passé which is devenu. We are going to add it everywhere. The big difference here is that now devenu is going to change depending if the subject is feminine, masculine, pluriel or not. Masculine actually will stay like that. So if you say je suis devenu, if you're talking about yourself and you're a man, or you identify as a man, it doesn't take a E at the end. It stays like that. If I say je suis devenu, I am a woman, it's gonna take a E at the end. Same thing with tu. If you talk to a person who is a man, I'm not going to do it every time, but you know, who's a man, identify as a man, you know, but I'm not going to say that every time. It's going to stay like that. If that person is a woman, it's going to take a E. Il est devenu. This one is not going to change because we are sure that il is masculine. So it's not going to take a E. Elle est devenue is going to take a E because elle is féminin. On est devenu depends if it's masculin pluriel, féminin pluriel. Do you remember that if there is féminin and masculin together, it's gonna be masculin? So it depends on that. If you wanna know more about that, watch my video about the pronoun subject and 8 most important rules in French. All the links are going to be in the description box. So nous is the same thing. Depends if it's only 2 women, 2 men, a mix of both. It depends on that, but it's going to change anyways because nous cannot be only one person. Then we have vous, it's gonna be the same thing. Depends if it's masculin pluriel, féminin pluriel. Then we have ils sont devenus. This one will only take a S at the end. Ils sont devenus because it's only masculine. Then we have elles sont devenues. This one we only take ES, nothing else, because it's only feminine. I hope that makes sense. If you have more questions about it, leave it in the comments. Now we are gonna see the confusing part of it. It's gonna be with avoir. It is confusing, but we have a rule, and when you know the rule, it's actually really easy, so don't panic too much. But let's take a sentence. For example, j'ai mangé une pomme. J'ai mangé une pomme. J'ai, depending if it's woman or a man, manger is not going to change. Most of the time with avoir, it doesn't change. Because if it change, it doesn't depend on the subject. It's going to depend on what we call the COD. Complément d'objet direct. It sounds quite big words, big thing right now, but I'm going to explain it to you. It's very easy. We find the complément d'objet direct, COD, asking qui, quoi, who, what. J'ai mangé une pomme. J'ai mangé quoi? Une pomme. So une pomme is that COD. If the COD is after the verb is not going to change. The participe passé is not going to change. But let's see another sentence and then you will understand very quickly. La pomme que j'ai mangée était délicieuse. La pomme que j'ai mangée était délicieuse. So here we can see that manger as a E. Why? Because the COD is before the verb. That's the only rule. There's not much to know about it. La pomme, so it's one pomme, féminine, que j'ai mangé before the verb. So what did you eat? You ate an apple. It's before the verb. So the verb takes a E. That's it. That's as simple as that. We can see another one. Let's see... J'ai acheté des fleurs. J'ai acheté des fleurs. J'ai acheté quoi? What did I buy? Des fleurs. it's after the verb, so it doesn't change the verb. However, if we change the sentence and we say les fleurs que j'ai achetées, les fleurs que j'ai achetées, acheter is gonna take ES because une fleur, féminin, but then it's des fleurs, so it's féminin pluriel, so we add ES. That's it for the passé composé. Don't forget that we are going to see that for a few weeks, so if you have a question, please leave it in the comments so I can address it in one of the videos. I will also do a video imparfait, passé composé, which one to use and when. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, it really helps me. You can connect with me on my Instagram, my Facebook page and this YouTube channel, and I will see you soon for another lesson.